Hey guys, it's Sona. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about something that has a lot of people really angry. There's a lot of mixed opinions. A lot of people have very strong opinions on this, and I have opinions on this as well, which I'm going to be sharing later on in the video. So yeah, please watch till the end before coming up with any conclusions or anything like that, so you can get my full view and kind of like a look at the entire picture as a whole in this situation, because there is definitely a lot to go over, and I definitely don't want to skip over anything that I think is important to mention, you know, because in general, this is actually a pretty serious topic, even though it is related to Roblox, and I do think that it is definitely important to talk about this. So this situation was originally brought to my attention when I was just scrolling through Twitter, and then I saw this post from the Roblox RTC. Many people are angry that RYANS World has a game on Roblox. They claim it's child exploitation and that RYANS World exploits Ryan for profit. Are they right? They also say it's not their taste and does not belong on Roblox. Do you agree? Why or why not? Alright, so I'm just gonna explain this real quick. For those of you who don't know, RYANS World is a YouTube channel mainly revolving around this kid named Ryan who does toy reviews, funny little skits. He also plays games sometimes, and his parents are also in his videos with him. So you know, it's not like he's doing all of these videos by himself. His parents are with him in his videos. And what's really crazy is Ryan is actually only 9 years old. And you know, Ryan wasn't even 9 when this channel originally started. This channel started uploading like 4 years ago, which made him like 5 to 6 years old at the beginning of this channel. So I think that a really young age for a YouTube channel, and obviously the idea of like a 9-year-old creating a YouTube channel in itself isn't really that crazy, considering there's many kids on YouTube, even though they're not supposed to be on YouTube with a channel. Kids who do Roblox gameplays, I'm looking at you. So yeah, you know, as I said earlier, a little kids making a YouTube channel isn't really unheard of. It does happen quite a bit, even though it's not allowed, because that's just how the internet is. But you know, those types of channels that have really young kids running them, playing like a gameplay or whatever with all that background noise and stuff, usually those don't take off for obvious reasons. It's a little kid running a channel. It's not really gonna go right unless you have like a manager or something. But that's where Ryan's channel comes in, because Ryan's channel is very different from the channels that I am talking about right now, because unlike those other channels that I was talking about, Ryan doesn't just have a few subscribers. Ryan has 27 million subscribers. Yes, you heard me right. I am literally not exaggerating. Ryan's channel literally has 27 million subscribers from playing with toys, and while obviously his channel isn't the most subscribed channel on YouTube, it does get like basically the most views. And just to prove my point on how many views this kid actually gets, I went to the most popular videos and I actually counted. He literally has at least 50 million views for 200 of his videos. And I actually compared this kid's channel to PewDiePie, who is like basically the biggest YouTuber. This kid has twice as many views as PewDiePie does. I also forgot to mention that his most viewed video has 2 billion views. $2 billion views in the entire time he's just putting toys down a water slide. So like bruh, imagine becoming a millionaire by playing with toys in a video. Sign me up. So yeah, needless to say, this kid is making a lot of dough, or should I say his parents are making a lot of dough, because obviously a 9-year-old can't run a channel by themselves. His parents are the ones in charge. So that was just a little bit of an insight on how successful this kid actually is. So anyways, going back to the post, we're gonna talk about the whole child exploitation thing a bit later. That's the more bigger part, but first I want to discuss the second half, because I think it's kind of funny and also kind of stupid. So according to this post, people are saying that the game isn't their taste and that it quote-unquote does not belong on Roblox. That part doesn't really make sense to me. Like, if a game isn't your taste, that's fine, but just because it isn't your preferred type of game, it doesn't mean that it automatically is a bad game and doesn't belong on Roblox. That kind of reminds me of the people who hate Adopt Me and say that it should be banned just because it's for kids. Like, let's be real here. Everyone is allowed to make a game on Roblox. That's literally one of the privileges that you get on Roblox. Like, anyone can make a game. Even if the game is bad, they're still allowed to make a game. That's what Roblox is for. People are allowed to create whatever they want. So even if you don't like a game or it's not your taste, I don't think it's really fair to say that it doesn't belong on Roblox simply because that you don't like it. And real quick, I would also like to go over some really stupid replies that I see in this thread. So I'm seeing a lot of people actually complaining that they don't want Ryan on Roblox simply because of his age, and they're saying stuff like this: ruining the fanbase of Roblox. Soon it will be all little kids with saliva running down their phones. Roblox is now going to be overrun by 5-year-olds. We can't let Ryan and his franchise do this. Like, okay, I normally don't use this word, but I'm actually cringing at these replies. Did these people just suddenly forget that Roblox is mainly a kids gaming platform? Like, these people are really complaining just because a 9-year-old is on Roblox. Like, did you forget that most of the people that play Roblox are around like 9 to 13? Literally, the most popular game on Roblox is Adopt Me. It usually get around 600,000 players a day. And what kind of people do you think play a game like Adopt Me where you literally raise pets and babies? 9-year-olds. Like, why are we acting like it's bad that little kids are on a kid's gaming platform? I'm just so confused at this point. Like, yes, obviously not every single person that plays Roblox as a little kid, but I'm telling you right now, it's a huge majority of them that are kids. And again, there's literally nothing wrong with that, so I don't know why people are acting like it's a crime for a 9-year-old to be on Roblox. Like, grow up, dude. Also, quickly going back to the game that Ryan made in general, or at least the people that he hired to make the game, I'm not trying to be rude, but I genuinely don't think the game looks fantastic. I actually joined and I played for like a few minutes, and I actually had to stop because the visuals were hurting my eyes because of how saturated the colors were. It was like a unicorn barfed on the game. So yeah, I just want to put out there that I am not being biased because I don't really like the game either, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that it shouldn't be on Roblox. Because like I said, anyone has the freedom to make any game they want as long as it's appropriate, and this is clearly targeted towards kids, which is fine. It's just not my cup of tea, similar to Adopt Me. Alright, so now we're gonna talk about the more serious stuff. We're gonna talk about the beginning of the post, talking about how a lot of people think that this is child exploitation and are really mad at it. So I'm gonna give my own thoughts on this after I read over other people's opinions, because there's a lot of them. So as I said earlier, obviously the main focus of this channel is Ryan, who is a little 9-year-old boy, and obviously the people in charge are his parents, which is the main thing that a lot of people are really concerned about, because a lot of people think that his parents are forcing him to make these videos. Because keep in mind, Ryan is only a 9-year-old boy and his parents have him upload daily on this channel. And yes, clearly looking from all the views that they are getting, they are obviously making a lot of money off of this. So a lot of people are coming to the conclusion that this is child exploitation and that his parents are using him for money and possibly also forcing him to do these videos even if he doesn't want to. And while a lot of people have this opinion, there are also other people that have very different opinions, saying that Ryan looks really happy in his videos, and if he is happy doing these videos, then it's completely fine. Saying that he's a kid who is getting fame off just playing with toys and is living his best life. What more could a kid ask for? So basically they're saying that if he consents to it and if he's enjoying it, then it's completely fine. And I understand both of these views. I understand that people may think that this is child exploitation and that he's being forced to do it, and I also understand the people who think that this is fine as long as he's having fun and he actually wants to do these videos. But the thing that I think a lot of people are seeming to forget is that we have no idea what's happening off camera, so we don't know what the scenario actually is. We don't know if he actually wants to or if he actually doesn't want to. We only see what's put in the video. Anything could be cut out and bad stuff could happen, or it's just completely fine. Either way, we have no way of knowing, so I really don't think that it's fair to come to the conclusion that he's being exploited or to come to the conclusion that he's completely fine with it, because after all, he is a child. And you know, I will admit, after I found out about the situation, I actually went on his channel and I watched quite a few of his videos to just get the vibe of his videos and see how he acts, and I'm gonna be honest, he does seem pretty happy in his videos and he seems like he really enjoys what he does. But at the same time, that also doesn't excuse the fact that his parents could technically tell him how to act off camera and he could also be faking it, but again, we just don't know. But I am going to give my honest opinion, and one thing that I will mention is that I really think a child this young shouldn't be shown on the internet so much, and I really think that they should be given privacy. And a 9-year-old having such a large amount of people watching him and seeing his face and knowing his name, I'm gonna be honest, I just personally don't agree with it. You know, people are fine to disagree and think differently, but I just think that a little kid like this really shouldn't be having to carry so much fame on their shoulders, because like this kid is only 9 years old and he has way more success than a lot of people. And while I'm not saying that him being young and successful is necessarily a bad thing, it can still do bad stuff to the child, or it could still affect them negatively in some ways. You know, this kid already has his own toy line, he gets millions of views, now he has a Roblox game. He's not going to be able to live a normal life. I just really think all of this is a lot for such a young child to carry on their shoulders, and it's a pretty big responsibility. Even if he's just playing with toys in his videos, it can still be stressful. You can only handle so much when you're so young. And obviously, you know, I'm sure this kid is gonna stop at some point in his older years, but he won't be able to live a completely normal life then either, because people are still gonna know who he is. You know, that's still gonna be a big part of his past. He may be fine with all of this right now and he may enjoy it right now, but who knows how he's gonna feel about it in the future, because he's a child and children don't really understand how big this this stuff actually is. And this is just completely based off of what I personally think would happen. I'm not saying this would happen, but hypothetically speaking, even if Ryan decided that he suddenly didn't want to do this anymore, or he just stops liking it and doesn't want to do it anymore, considering how much money he makes off of this, I'm not really sure how his parents would feel about that, because if you're producing millions of dollars, why would you randomly want that to stop, you know? Obviously, you know, I don't know his parents personally. I have no idea what happens off of camera. None of us do. So again, it's not really fair to assume anything. That's why I'm saying it's what I personally think, you know, like it could really be anything. His parents could literally be the nicest people in the world and not force him to do anything, and all of this is just completely fun for him and it's perfectly fine. But at the same time, I don't think we should completely ignore the fact that it could also potentially be him being forced or not wanting to do it, because in the end, even though we don't know what's happening, it's still a possibility. There's so many family channels on YouTube that unfortunately do force their kids to be recorded and shove cameras into their child's face, even though they are clearly distressed and do not want to be on camera. It does happen with a lot of family channels. I'm not saying at all that that's what's happening with this, but that's why I'm saying I'm just so cautious about it, because you just never know. Either way though, as I said earlier, I watched quite a bit of the videos to get a general view of how everything is in the videos and how Ryan acts, and he honestly looks like he does enjoy it. You know, he's literally playing with toys and stuff, so it's not like it's child labor or anything. He's literally playing with toys. So yeah, in general, I just don't think it's fair to assume anything is 100% true, because like I said, we have no way of actually knowing what happens off of camera. A young child being successful isn't entirely a bad thing at all. I think it's really cool that they're earning this much money for their family. They clearly are very fortunate and they are definitely living a comfortable life. In the end, I'm just hoping that this wouldn't affect Ryan negatively in the future, because we have no idea. So yeah, there was a lot of opinions in this situation from many people, and I had a lot of mixed opinions. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments, because I really want to know what you guys think of this situation. I think it's really important to talk about and discuss, but I also don't think it's fair to assume things. But either way, I would love to see your views in the comments. I just really don't understand the people saying that Ryan's game doesn't belong on Roblox. Like, he isn't even the one that made it. He just hired people to make it, and they're allowed to make it if they want to. So I just don't really fully understand the people who are hating on the game in general. You're free to dislike it, but like, they're allowed to make the game if they want to, dude. And also, you should totally hit the like button with your nose if you enjoyed this video, and also subscribe. And as always, thank you so much to my patrons: Solar's Cool, Skylar B. Rue, Christmas Wolby, Joseph Plays Official, Sipped Off Draws, Auburn B, Lucas, Little Shadow, Pristine, Quack, Noki, Sid Explosive Diarrhea, Wormfreeze, Untitled Citizen, and Stork. Thank you guys so much for the support. It means so much to me. You're so swag and epic. And then with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!